How to get a diamond in Supernatural. I've been experimenting with several tactics and little things here and there. And so sometimes it's really hard to explain it in writing. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you guys how to hit those 99, 100% in both accuracy and power for Supernatural. If you've been playing Supernatural for a while, you know that there's these two parameters that will then correspond to a specific rating or award. And diamonds are quite hard to get. You have to have, I believe, 98, 99%, 100%, if I'm not mistaken, 99 and 100. I think those are the right numbers for both accuracy and power. So I want to show you just a few things that I have been able to experiment and they seem to work. So the last four workouts that I did yesterday were for diamonds, and three of them were low intensity and one of them was a medium. I haven't tried this on hard yet, but I wanted to show you a few things. So I'm going to use my editing software here to show you a few things. I'm bringing you through one of my recordings. So first thing first, you want to hit the targets with the middle of your bat right here. Let me see if I can show this the right way. Let me put an annotation there. Right here. This guy. Let's drop it right there. So that's the area that you want to use to hit your targets. So most likely you're hitting it with the tip of the bat, but if you hit towards the middle, closer to this area, it's actually going to give you more power when you hit the targets. So that's number one. Let's move this a little bit forward. The second thing is this little dent here is actually the area that you want to hit and the direction you want to hit. So I need to hit this balloon. Let me bring my arrow over like that, from the left to the right, and hit it right there in the middle in that direction. Now, let me bring some other targets for us to see. So you see here, it's not about just hitting them down, but you need to hit them in the right angle, the diagonal that that little dent is showing you. Let's bring it down again to another section, because every now and then you may have two targets that are not necessarily in the same angle, even though they're coming together. So here's an example. This one is a target that is straight up, where this one is more of a diagonal. And so I have to make sure I'm hitting it from the middle of the diagonal all the way down through that dent. So basically what we're trying to do is actually cut the balloon through that dent. Let me see if I have another section here that explains that well. I know every now and then we get, so you see, for example, these obviously have to be one slightly up and one slightly down, but they have to be both in a straight line. So your arms would actually go, you know, in parallel lines as you are hitting these two targets. So that means the line you're hitting with, the way that your arms are moving would be parallel to each other. And let me see if I have any other that would be a good representation for us to look at. See, here's an example of, there's a high chance that I'm not hitting this one straight up in a vertical line. There's a high chance that because the next one is diagonal, that I'm already kind of hitting this one a little bit diagonally, and that's how you lose some points. So you got to make sure this one is hit vertically, while the next one immediately after is hit diagonally. And here again, so as they come very fast towards you, sometimes we just have a slight variation in the angle. So the angle has to be absolutely right in order for you to get that 100%. Now, the other piece that is important to note is that you have to have your knees bended the whole time, because the strength is not coming from your shoulders or your arms. That's why you hear Leanne talking about, T-Rex arms because you're just doing this. Well, it has to come from more of your body. And so if you have your knees bended all the time, you can actually do movements that are far more powerful as you're hitting than if you're just stationary. So the songs are even made for us to kind of dance a little bit. So the more you're able to get your body to move and dance, you're actually using more power from your core. And that's what's allowing you to hit those targets with more power and getting closer to a diamond. So what I've noticed, bended knees and have my whole body move, even if I sometimes have to exaggerate it a little bit. So if I'm going to the left, I'm going to go my whole body to the left and then to the right instead of just ta ta with my arms. By the way, that will probably cause you far less pain and soreness if you use your whole body. And then hitting with the middle of the bat, and finally making sure the exact angle is what I am hitting in the right direction, right in the middle, at the right angle. I hope this helps.